Hi friends, I saw a new video on jw.org and I wanted to do a really quick recap. It is about Ramapo, their new construction project which will commence next year, will not even be completed until the year 2026. I wonder if maybe Stephen Lett was mistaken when he said we were in the final part of the last days, or the last day, however it went. Not really sure, but anyway, it's interesting. I cut a couple of parts out, but for the most part, here it is. Take a look.
This is Ramapo, a site about the same size as Warwick, which will include a new media production center and the largest film studio space the organization has ever undertaken. It's hard to imagine all the work that will take place to complete this complex. We will need lots of help. With Jehovah's help, arrangements have been made for quality housing only 5 minutes from the building site, which will house the majority of the volunteers working on the project. This is a huge accomplishment, since this will help to reduce fatigue and cost.
With the progress on the building permits, with the housing that's now available, with the confidence that the governing body has in this project, we can see that this project has Jehovah's backing.
This is what I wonder. If we are in the last days, then why would Jehovah, the God of Watchtower, back such a project? I had one of my viewers comment that they had asked, I'm sorry, I don't remember who this was, but they had asked a witness friend of theirs or a family member, what about Ramapo? Why are they building all these new construction projects? And that person said, oh, well, that's so that we could use them in the new world. But my question is, if the majority of mankind is going to be wiped out at Armageddon according to Watchtower doctrine, then won't there be enough facilities for them to occupy after Armageddon in the new world? I mean, if we're in the final part of the last days, then wouldn't Jehovah want the indoctrinated witnesses to be writing letters, furiously writing letters and making phone calls to save as many souls as possible? Doesn't really make sense. But anyway, I want to show you this couple that they feature and what they did to restructure their lives so that they can participate in construction projects.
If you were one of the 27,000 volunteers that worked on the Warwick project, you know the challenges and the blessings that come with working on such a unique project.
Sarah was an asset manager at an investment company, and I was a full-time firefighter.
We had a nice house, a brand new boat in the driveway. We had a dog.
We were making our meetings, we were going out in service, but in our hearts, we knew that we could do more.
We realized the only thing standing between us and doing more for Jehovah was us.
So we had simplified our lives, we quit our jobs, we filled out our applications. Probably one of the hardest things that we had to do was find a home for our dog. We eventually found her at home with a beautiful family. And then we packed our car and we started driving to New York, meeting all the brothers and sisters. Truly a joyful time. You couldn't wipe the smiles off our faces if you tried.
The training I received is beyond anything I expected. I got to work with brothers who had been working in carpentry for 30, 40, 50 years, and they were patient and kind.
And you're fed spiritually so much through the morning worship programs, through the Watchtower studies and the special lectures.
Our life had been changed, even just after, I think, 6 months. We knew we weren't going back to the old life. We couldn't.
I think we realized that not only did we want to serve Jehovah full-time, but that it was an attainable goal. We could do it. My advice is if you were going to apply to Ramapo, do it. And if you weren't thinking about doing it, do it. Definitely, it's worthwhile. You're gonna have so much fun. You're gonna gain so many friendships. You're giving Jehovah your best. You won't look back with any regrets.
So these people gave up promising careers, good jobs, honorable work. And not only that, they gave up their dog. That to me is just the worst of the worst. They're celebrating this. Anyway, they do all of these things to go to Warwick, to work on the Warwick project, but I wonder if they knew that Warwick had a problem with soil contamination, and the governing body knew it. Friends, I've put these links in the description of this video, but Watchtower sued 10 companies. Watchtower's lawsuit claims that International Nickel ran a wastewater treatment plant at the facility and owned underground tanks to store fuel and other hazardous materials. Watchtower claims that they discharged petroleum and oils containing PCBs into the wastewater treatment plant and into the soil and groundwater. Friends, PCBs were chemicals that were banned in the US in 1979 because they were harmful to human and environmental health. The article down at the bottom says it isn't clear when Watchtower discovered the contamination, but we do know that the work continued. So I wonder if this couple knew that. I wonder if the other workers who were digging in the soil there, I wonder if they knew that it was contaminated. The article says that Watchtower asked to be reimbursed for the soil cleanup and the remediation. I wonder who they used to do the soil cleanup. I don't know. Let me know. Leave me a comment and I'll do a follow-up video if I can gather the information on that.
Jehovah is opening the door to that unique avenue of service once again. The opportunity to work hard next to future friends and to have a life-changing experience. Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit to Jehovah whatever you do, and your plans will succeed." So, what can you do right now?
If your circumstances don't allow you to come to the project, all of us can have a part by our prayers and our voluntary donations. Filling out an application is easier than ever before.
If you can submit an application now, you can be invited to work on other theocratic projects as they become available.
And as parents, we now have a golden opportunity to work with our teenagers and help them to set a goal of working on this project. After all, these teenagers are our future construction servants.
Future? I was told there was never a future when I was a Jehovah's Witness. Now all of a sudden they're talking about future construction servants? I wonder if these teenagers and younger ones really are going to be at the forefront there in the soil, learning new trades, wearing hard hats. I'm not sure, but what I think about is who's going to clean the hotel rooms, who's going to clean the toilets and serve the food and do kitchen duty. Somebody has to do that. And the ones who have to do it, are they going to be smiling after 12 hours of work and kitchen duty? I don't know. Watchtower doesn't mention that. I wonder how the volunteers who get those jobs will feel.
Jehovah inspired David of old to pen words that apply to our time. Your people will offer themselves willingly. Jehovah's people are busier than ever before, in the ministry, in the congregation, and theocratic projects. This project will take much work, but Jehovah has placed tremendous confidence in his people. And we know that with his help, we will succeed.
All right, friends, that was it. It was just a quick video today. Let me know what you think about this couple who had to give up their dog. That's just awful. I just found that to be awful. Put your faith and trust in Jesus today, friends. He paid the price for you so that you don't have to work and slave to try to please the God of the Watchtower Corporation. Jesus will save you. Put your faith and trust in what he did for you in dying for your sins. Thanks for watching, friends. Have a great day.